President Trump believes President Obama is behind leaks in his administration and the angry town halls that Republican lawmakers faced back home in their districts. This is what President Trump said about it on Fox News this morning.
I think that President Obama is behind it because his people are certainly behind it. And some of the leaks possibly come from that group. You know, some of the leaks, which are really very serious leaks because they're very bad in terms of national security. But I also understand that's politics, and in terms of him being behind things, that's politics, and it will probably continue.
Here with me now, Brian Fallon, a CNN political commentator. He, of course, was press secretary for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Amanda Carpenter is here as well, CNN political commentator, former communications director for Senator Ted Cruz. And John Phillips is here, CNN political commentator, political columnist for the OC Register. Hello, friends. Thanks so much for coming in. Brian Fallon, President Obama is behind the angry town halls. You may not agree with it. I see with the look that you're giving me right now. Could he be inspiring it?
No. Barack Obama is not out there trying to undermine Donald Trump. He's been out there kite surfing with Richard Branson. We've all seen the photos.
You can walk and chew gum at the same time, Brian.
Well, look, were there some holdovers probably in the early days of the administration that were behind some of the stories? I think the initial Washington Post story that talked about National Security Advisor Flynn actually having spoken about sanctions with the Russian ambassador in late December, that was sourced to 9 different current and former officials. So probably some Obama holdovers as part of that story. But we've had way more leaks than you could possibly point to the finger to Barack Obama or any of his administration officials for. The leaks are happening because, look, in general, people that go into government are good people. They have integrity. And when Trump is going out there pretty much every day asking his people to go along with a lie for him, a lot of people just have too much integrity to do that.
But when it comes to the town halls, Amanda, and who's behind it, I mean, why is President Trump even going this route? I mean, the groups that have helped organizing to teach people how to go to these town halls, they say they were inspired by the Tea Party.
Yeah, sure. I think this is another example where President Trump was led to give an answer the questioner wanted him to give. I mean, the questioner asked, is Obama behind it? And he kind of thought about it and said yes. But, okay, I don't think that's true. Are Obama supporters behind it? Definitely. But if President Trump is going to sort of not tell the truth about this, why not tell the truth in a more effective way? If I were him, I would advise him to pin it on Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. You need to have a more productive political enemy, so to speak. President Obama isn't going away. His approval ratings are higher. So why don't you frame it in a way towards an enemy that you will be facing, that will be trying to stop you in Congress? I am very curious about this resist movement. I would love to see Donald Trump bring it up tonight because the Democrats have staked out such untenable ground, saying they will resist everything to stop Donald Trump. Donald Trump could throw that in their face a little bit and say, really, are you going to resist every funding bill? Are you going to resist every judicial nominee? Because it just isn't possible that they can do this and keep up that kind of opposition. And so I think Donald Trump should have more fun with this and pick a better enemy to pick on.
John Phillips, let's have fun with this one. From town halls to leaky halls of the White House. Let's talk about this moment that we have talked quite a bit about, where the press secretary, Sean Spicer, gathered up his staff, brought them into his office, and wanted to look through their phones to see if they've been talking secretly with reporters, essentially leaking information. President Trump was asked about it, and this is what he said.
Well, first of all, Sean Spicer is a fine human being. He's a fine person. I would have done it differently. I would have gone one-on-one with different people. And we don't have a major leak process here. We have a major leak process in government. But I would have handled it differently than Sean. But Sean handles it his way, and I'm okay with it.
What do you make of that commentary from President Trump right there about his press secretary? He didn't do it the way I would have done it, but I'm cool with the way that he did it.
He did find out that there are a lot of them playing Candy Crush, which I thought was quite interesting. Look,
you too, John Phillips. Don't even knock it.
What President Trump had said initially is that these leaks are coming from Obama holdovers. They're coming from career government employees. They're coming from the FBI. They're coming from the CIA. And people in the media have said, well, wait a minute. How do you know it's not coming from your side of the White House, from the political people? How do you know it's not Sean Spicer and his allies leaking against Kellyanne Conway, or Kellyanne Conway and her allies leaking against Sean Spicer? So I think it's incumbent on the political people at the White House to say, look, we looked at our people, we conducted investigations, and we found out the leaks aren't coming from them. Now it's up to you, CIA. Now it's up to you, FBI, to take a look at your people and to make sure they're not the ones that are out there leaking sensitive information about national security in order to hurt the president.